Hi, old guy in shed. Well, I know the last one I did like a quick thing to catch up because I haven't been on for a while. I haven't been on for a while again. This is largely because I've been up to Scotland on a bit of a busman's holiday. I went up to build an engine for my daughter's boyfriend. Car engine, so I've no interest to this channel really. But I did go up on the V85, which is pretty good. And I'm surprised how easily I got used to the cruise control going up the motorway. It's brilliant. That aside, yes, I was in Scotland. Yes, it was beautiful. And yes, I forgot to take my helmet camera, so none of it got videoed. That's because that's how I work. I don't do things very cleverly every now and then. Right, what's been going on since and around that time is quite interesting. My Falcone, the last time we spoke, was up and running and built and great, but I've noticed for a while that when it gets hot it starts to get a bit of a knock in there, a bit of a rattly knock. And the chap I know's got one of these, but his is the military one and it always sounds beautiful, really does. And so I was asking him about it, and he was telling me how he increased the oil pressure by taking out the Thackeray washers on the rocker shafts, putting in spacers made out of lead bronze bushes, and also I'll show you now in the tape at the end of the quill for the feed for the crankshaft that comes through the casing. It's quite sloppy, so you lose a lot of oil through that. So what he did, he made a PTFE washer as a seal. Right, if you follow me around here, I've got the camera girl with me again now. Here we have, I just need to put my glasses on. This is the quill part here. This is the crankshaft. This is the oil feed for the crankshaft. Now, here's your oil pump, which pumps through this little hole here into this casing here, down this line, into this pocket, and down there. The play between here and there is quite large. And looking at this has been repaired at some point. This is also the feed for the switch for your oil pressure light. So we put this PTFE washer here, seals those up, increases your oil pressure, hunky-dory, you now have a much better oil feed to everything. I can't show you the rockers and the head, well I'll show you the head, but the rockers aren't here because Steve still has them, because he's making me the bits. So the next time you see the Falcone, I'll have all these bits on and hopefully a much quieter engine, because his is beautifully quiet. Really is, very, very quiet indeed. So I did have somebody contact me about the Falcone from my last chat about it, proper chat, and he's gone bought one. He'd been thinking about it for a while, but watching my video he said, oh, I'm definitely going to have one. I hope to God he enjoys it as much as I do, because the responsibility of saying to somebody, yeah, these are brilliant, and then they ride one and go, what on earth is that idiot talking about? It's absolute crap. But anyway, they're not crap, they're wonderful. Shouldn't say that. I am sure he will enjoy it as much as I do. Because based on that, I had somebody ask me, which is your favourite bike? And I thought, well, that's a good question. My favourite bike at the moment, for a long tour, is a V85 TT Guzzi. My favourite bike for commuting is a 750 Brevia Guzzi. My favourite lazy bike is the Moto Guzzi Falcone. My favourite tearing round the lanes bike is the Ducati Passo, which is just manic. The MV Agusta might be my next fun bike, because now I've got all the paperwork, it's going for MOT on Monday, and I can send off for the registration at last. So there we go. And my favourite bike to tinker with, because it needs a lot of work, is the Moto Morini 3.5. So they're all my favourite bike. They really are. It's like trying to say to somebody, which is your favourite child? Well, you know, they're all different, they've all got different personalities, and they can all be a pain in the arse, but nonetheless, they're my favourite bikes at the moment. Now, if I was to sell one and get something of equal interest, that would then be my favourite bike. That's just how this world works. Anyway, I do think that we are going through so many crazy periods, listening to the likes of Boris and his opponents, and listening to, what's his name, Biden, and listening to all the nonsense in the world. It is so good to have a shed with all your favourite bikes in that you can ignore the world. It's so much better just ignoring everything and enjoying what's in front of you. That's about me for this one. The only other interesting thing that's going to happen in the very near future, and I hope to film it, and I'll be using my helmet cam mainly, I think, is that Leah, who does the camera work, is going to have a go on the back of my bike. She's never been on a bike, and you want to see the giggling she's doing right now. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun thing to do, and I think I'll bring you that. I think I'll take her on the EV85 because it's got the box and she'll feel more secure on her back. Anyway, that's me done. Please hit the like, subscribe, and the bell thingamy. Apparently it's good for a thing called an algorithm, and I'm sure you can get tablets for it. Okay, that's me done, old guy in the shed, saying take care folks.